Started recording, and we are live, motherfucker.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. I think we're live. Yeah, it looks like we're live. Be one of those streams where we're like, are we live? I think we're live. Are we live? Are we live?
We live?
I think we're live. We're
Oh,
live?
we're not live. We're not live. We're definitely not live.
We're alive. We're not. Are we live? We're not live. Oh fuck! How you doing? Anyways, good day today.
All right.
Trash day at work.
Yeah, I wouldn't say trash, but still not loving my promotion.
Still what?
Not loving my promotion.
Promotion, the movement of desk, office area, whatever.
Pretty much. That's essentially what it was.
Stellar.
I have a lot less work though, which is nice, but other than that, man.
I feel ya. I feel ya. Yep. My day was pretty unproductive. Like nothing happened. Nothing. Yeah, I literally did nothing. Actually, I finished Altered Carbon. That was about it.
Yeah, that show's really good. They're getting ready to come out with number 2.
I know, and it's got a bunch of people from the Avengers.
Yeah, I was super excited for that. I'm actually looking forward to that. We're gonna have to do a review on that now that we're talking about it.
You should actually move me from your monitor on your side to the monitor in front of you.
Why?
So you're not like, oh, what's up? And you're just like cameras looking at the side of your face. Have a conversation with me.
I don't want to have a conversation with you. I want to have a conversation with myself.
Well, fuck you too.
My guy.
Alright.
So.
Anyways, welcome, lack of viewers, to Polar Opposites. It's a tech show that Justin and I do.
Yeah. This is episode 3. Thank you for everyone who didn't show up for joining us.
Oh, we have Plasma here.
Oh,
it's Alex.
Hello, Alex. How are you today? Haven't heard from you all day.
What you mean? Yeah. So yeah, we are tech talk, stream, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where we talk about games, computer hardware, just cool technology in general that we find interesting. Actually, just pretty much anything.
Anything we find interesting. It's been jumping
much.
all over the place, but that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. So yes, I'm Chaco.
I'm Justin.
And we don't know what we're doing half the time.
That's
Welcome to the Jank.
Wow, this is episode 3. I'm still gonna reiterate this. It's not called the Jank. You can do this to episode 100. It's not gonna be called the Jank.
Oh, I'm quiet apparently.
You're gonna be.
Crank that. There we go. Oh my god.
Quiet. How do you know you're quiet? Did Alex tell you?
Alex told me, and I was actually watching.
Oh, I can't even see our chat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm good now. I should be good. I'm probably really loud now because my bar is going way higher than yours.
Damn, son.
Why do I? Nobody wants to mod you, Alex.
I would mod him.
Should we?
Yeah, Alex is our friend.
But are you sure?
Alex is our friend. I would.
I don't know how to mod him.
Okay, so
I could block
anyways,
him.
let's get into the shit. I'm tired of talking about Alex being modded. All right, number 1 topic. I just found out because I'm on Twitch. For all of you who play League of Legends, League of Legends apparently has some Twitch Prime in-game loot going on right now. Looks like it's from February 27th to April 3rd. I just found out myself, and went ahead and claimed my shit while we were starting the stream. So
what is it? League of Legends loot?
Be out there. Yeah, League of Legends loot.
Wow, if I played League of Legends.
Yeah, well, you should not. You're fucking terrible. So
the fucking worst.
So that's first topic for the day. Quick ad lib on there so everyone knows. Go ahead and redeem that. And by everyone, I mean apparently just you at the moment, Alex. So go ahead and watch that.
I might do it just so I have it if I ever come back. I was contemplating it actually.
I mean, I've been. I don't know if I want to go. My computer plays so many fucking better games now. It's like, do I want to go back and play that?
Do I really want to play trash?
Do I really want to play that? Nah. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Good. Let's see. Get into stuff. Oh, something that I did not put on our topics today to talk about, but I feel like I need to say it. I'm not thrilled with Anthem.
You're not thrilled with Anthem?
Not thrilled with Anthem.
Why?
I've played like maybe 3 hours of it. It's just. Even in the first couple hours, it just feels mad repetitive. I don't know.
That sucks.
I don't know. I was super hyped for it to come out. I like the beta. Game comes out. Maybe it's because I just like Apex too much right now, and I just want to play that, or even Metro. But like, I don't know, man. Aside from the graphics, I can't pull myself to like play Anthem right now. Like, there's nothing in me that really wants to play the game.
Yeah, I was reading online a lot of people's opinions because I honestly I didn't even play the beta. I just never got around to it. But a lot of people are saying like it's kind of like the same shit over and over and over again.
Yeah,
But I mean, like a lot of games are like that. I mean, any game is actually like that,
yeah. I just
right?
some games do a better job of hiding it, and this game is just
Yeah,
like
like covering
a
it
little
up
too
or
apparent. Yeah.
giving some slight changes every time you do it, sort of thing. But
I don't know. I
yeah,
mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like the worst game I've ever played. It's just like I don't. For me, I want like a game right. For what I really want right now is like a game with story, which is why I'm enjoying like Metro Exodus so much, surprisingly, because I've never played like anything else in the Metro series.
mm,
So just jumping in on this one, like I'm actually enjoying it because like it's been a long time since I've played any games that have like any kind of storyline. It's not just like multi-person shooters or like just fucking like a battle royale. So it feels nice to play something where I can play it by myself, get a storyline out of it, and like enjoy the game for just what it is. And if I want to do the other stupid shit, shoot people and all that, I'll play Apex. I don't really want to play Anthem for a game somewhere kind of lost in the middle of a shooter and storyline because the storyline's not the greatest. Sorry, there's something on my screen. I'm trying to get it off.
Windex, bro,
Can't,
Windex.
can't like. Oh no, I mean, it won't come out. But I don't know. The game is just they need to make some improvements or something to it. I don't know exactly what would help it at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely less. Actually, you know what help it? Just better like UI, honestly, user interface, especially when it comes to like picking missions and shit. There's times where like I go to pick missions and it just seems like such a headache to like find my mission or what I have to do just to get launched. It's like I don't want to be pulling teeth just to fucking do this shit. Just let me go. Mission. Shout out to Ashley in the background. So that was just my quick hot take on Anthem for the week. Now that I've had it played, still again I've only played like 3 hours. I haven't played like a shit ton of it, so I guess maybe my opinion at this point isn't the most matured based on like the fact that I haven't played a lot of the game. But my first impressions aren't the best. It's not like awful. It's just like I maybe my expectations are too high. Is what I'm thinking.
I could
The
see
issue
that.
could be.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it could be that you're just still really early into the game, kind of thing.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is there room to unlock shit?
There is. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
unlocked like I've only unlocked like one of the javelins and shit, but I unlocked the one that I knew I really wanted from the get-go. So it was like, all right, I got the one I really wanted. I'm doing all the stuff like I wanted to do in the game, but I'm still feel like kind of bored. Hi, Leo.
Fun.
So, yeah. But I guess we'll go on to our actual topics of the day. Something I see kind of totally pointless. NVIDIA finally officially announced they're coming out with the RTX 1660 Ti.
Not RTX.
Or no, I'm sorry, GTX 1660 Ti. Definitely not RTX. I'm not getting features on that shit. Excuse me. For anyone who was watching for that one moment and then looked away, you're going to be sorely mistaken when you go buy this card thinking it's going to get RTX features. My personal thing is I still kind of don't know why they're making this card. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's whatever. I think they're just trying to find a card to keep in like the $250 price range because
Yeah.
that's,
See, like that. Sorry. That's what I heard was that what it seems like is they priced it so that you kind of go, well, I might as well spend the X amount of extra dollars and get the RTX card,
yeah.
but they're still not charging so much that it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's $100 more for the 2060, which I get it. Like $100 for some people is a lot of money, and even $100 for me is a lot of money. But it's just like
Lies, bullshit,
shut it
bullshit.
up. You don't know my life. Don't be advertising my
It's like,
shit on the internet.
I
Don't
don't
be
like
blowing
this.
up my
I don't.
spot.
I don't like this i7 I just bought 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna go buy a 99 now.
I bought that back in September.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
did. Yeah, that's right. You
Number
did.
one, and two, I gave it to Ashley to put in her computer, so we didn't have to spend money on getting her a CPU, and I just got the one I actually wanted for the moment. So
Yeah.
shut up.
Alex Justin is the rich 1%.
Runaway cat. I can't see any of Alex's comments.
That's okay. It's only Alex.
That's true. I
He
can
says,
live without that.
I'm not gonna read any of his past comments, but I'll read you the new ones as they come.
Okay, so basically, the card is looking like it's going to retail for about $250. Like we just mentioned before, you're not getting any of the RTX features, which sucks, which would be DLSS, deep learning super sampling, and you're not going to get the ray tracing features on there. Which I mean, it sucks for $100. I would say spend the $100, save up another month or so, just to even if you're not like if you think the RTX features are not the greatest, which they aren't right now. As someone who has a 2080 Ti, like they can still do some improvement with it, especially in performance with DLSS and quality of picture with DLSS could be a lot better.
Hmm.
But to me, it kind of seems like games are going to be kind of going in that direction because we'll get into Metro a little bit later, but I think having like the ray tracing on in Metro actually does provide like way better graphics, at least shadows wise. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing. It can at certain scenes it can be such a crazy difference. Other times and like the darkness, I think the worst part about RTX is sometimes the darkness is too dark. Whereas
Huh.
like you know how like in certain games like that are like really dark, let's say like Gears of War, where most of the time you're like it's kind of nighttime and darkness.
Yeah.
You know how like even though it's pitch black, the light sky is almost like not blue, but you know what I mean? It's like still bright enough like you can see everything clearly.
Yeah.
Problem with RTX sometimes when you turn it on, the black becomes like black, and it's like holy shit, this is dark as fuck, and things just be popping out of corners. So like for I guess like actual replication of real life, that's better. But for me in games sometimes like I at least want to kind of be able to see 5 feet in front of me. I don't want to like the fuck is around this corner. I get startled easily.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. So that's just
Hold
like
on
my
one
only
sec.
thing. But I do think it does have some really good pros in it. It's not ready yet though. Still don't think it's like fully matured. It's still gonna take a little bit of time for games to like 100% be able to use all the features to their best capabilities. But back to the 1660 Ti, you're definitely not going to get those features, which I think you should again spend $100 just to get them for the future. I think that could be something that's worth investing another month or two of saving just to say that you have it, if anything, so you don't have to shell out the 300 or 400 or $200 later, whatever you want to spend on a graphics card. So,
Fucking damn Alex. He's like, you know how my kid came up, right?
mm,
He's like, no offense, but she looked like something out of a horror movie.
that's
I
funny as fuck.
legit, I thought that like I saw a kid walking behind me. I'm like, the fuck is that?
Chaco, you buy low-end graphics card. Did you buy that? Would you buy? What would you buy? Let's say you weren't pro AMD everything. Would you would you spend the money on a 1660 Ti for at a $250 price point, or would you save up the extra $100 for the ray tracing features for the RTX card?
Well, you need to also remember that that's American dollars.
Okay,
I'm
well
run by the
let's
Canadians. So,
hypothetically if you
okay, hold on.
had
So
American dollars.
it's what did they say? It's like 250 for the 1660.
Yeah, it's for the 1660. It looks like it's being about 250.
Okay, so that's about 328. And how much is 2060 right now? Ballpark. It's like
2060 should be around $250. One moment. I'm sorry, not 250.
it's
2060 is
350.
going to be $349 MSRP. So
So
350 MSRP.
so
Rounded
so
up to
they're
one up.
325. Okay, so okay, for me, in my financial situation, I would probably end up with the 1660 Ti.
Really?
I mean, just because, no, like in my opinion, like the DLSS is good, right? I applied NVIDIA for what is DLSS? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Honestly, I from seeing it in action though, I think right now it's the worst of the two features.
Really?
Yeah, I
But
don't
you
know if
see,
you've seen any of the reviews, and I've also have like it on Battlefield. When you turn it on, it makes things very fuzzy.
okay, like I've heard that, but then there's I don't know, like in all reality, like the whole card is behind, like the drivers are just not right.
Yeah,
I
no,
still
I
think that they
100%
can be
agree.
fixed. Okay. Uh, but I mean, like the concept of DLSS, great. But for me, is ray tracing really a necessity? No. You know, as they were
Okay.
saying, who was it? Tom's Hardware said, "Do you really want to live the rest of your life without ray tracing?" I personally don't give a shit. You know, it's still so early. Like it's the first of its what is it? Like the first of its kind to have
I
like
believe
on
so, yeah.
demand.
The RTX series cards is the first, yeah.
Yeah, it's the first of its kind to have like on demand real time ray tracing, right? But it's still so early. Like I would wait till like third gen, or not third gen, second gen ray tracing. So like the 3000 series.
I guess there were different opinions on that one then. I think if I was at that price point, I know for me personally, I would rather wait like the 1 month to get
To
just
spend
the
$100.
2060, spend the extra $100 more. I
I don't know. Well, isn't like performance wise, aren't they the same, or was the 1660 a little worse?
think it's slightly worse.
Slightly.
Slightly. I don't think it's a very big difference.
Okay, but okay. Now, all right. I can see that $100. But the question is, if you were not into RTX, if RTX was not important, What
If it's
would you?
not important to you, then you're not going to get it. But
Yeah, well,
my argument for myself though is that I do want those features, so
yeah,
I would wait the extra month for them
okay,
if it
okay.
was me. If
Oh,
I was budgeting myself, I would wait a little bit of extra time.
that's fair. That's fair. I personally, I'm not a fan of the whole RTX. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of RTX. I just think it's still
You
too
know,
early that
if
I'm not gonna
AMD
invest in
came
my
out with
doll.
the exact same thing first, you would be fucking championing this. You would have this like 8 of them at your house
Eight of
and
them.
fucking
What am
displays.
I gonna mine with them?
I don't know. You tell me. No, you would have like at least 8 of them.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'd have to kill my wife first.
You'd have
Uh,
to. Oh my God. Probably shouldn't admit to
no,
thinking about that.
it's Canada. It's okay.
God. Anyways, I
uh,
don't know. For me, I think it could be. I could see kind of now that you put it that way why people would rather just not if they don't value those features then they don't
yeah.
value they think the extra $100 for them could be just kind
Well,
of a waste of $100.
yeah. And I mean, if you're just going for raw performance in general, not like RTX, but I mean like 4K, 4K, max or ultra settings.
Well, I don't think anyone
Okay,
who's going for
with
4K
with
settings is going to be buying a 1660
well, I'm just saying.
card.
I'm saying. Okay,
I'm just throwing that
1440,
out there. If you're
1080.
trying to get 4K ultra
Don't
settings
none of
and
those
not
cards.
look like you're having a seizure, then I'm pretty sure you're not buying a 1660. I'm just going
Okay,
to go
but
ahead and throw myself out on a ledge there.
I'm saying like RTX aside, if you're going for performance, I think if I remember correctly, the 1660 does have better dollar per frame or whatever.
Like, what is it?
Uh, price per performance or
Price per performance. Yeah,
price
the
to
ratio on that.
performance. Yeah, the
I believe
1660 is
that.
better.
I mean, RTX is definitely something you're paying a premium for on
Yeah,
all of the cards that have it.
yeah, $100 premium. So
So,
I'd take it. I'd take the 1660 over the
what
2060.
I do
Give it
find
a
interesting though is the fact that they are rumored to be releasing a 1650 for what's looking at $180 US.
which you wouldn't have known about if I didn't tell you.
I did not. I did not know that you told me, but I used the Google search and found it. So
There we go.
thank you, internet.
Oh,
Which I don't know. I feel like they're kind of oversaturating their own market a little bit.
not really. If you
Is
think about,
someone?
they're just following the same. Like, okay, so the thing is, what is it? They're doing a 1650, which I don't know why they're going 16. Why not 11? But 1650, 1660, 1660 Ti, and then it's 2060, right?
But here's why I feel like they're oversaturating it. They have all these RTX cards. They're obviously having a hard time selling. So their solution is let's put more cards out there on a lower end price point, which I guess maybe they're trying to make the money they're not getting on the RTX cards on these two
Yeah.
on the lower end and just hopefully make some money that way. But then it still doesn't solve the issue of we have all these cards we can't get rid of.
Well, I think you just gotta lower the price.
Of
I
the
think that's a.
RTX cards.
I feel like that's everyone's issue is that they are looking at just how not great quality or how not great the frames are, even after the updates.
Yeah.
How not great the frames are, and how the lack of game support and everything for RTX. Um,
I
I
love my
think
card.
people.
I have
Yeah,
zero
yeah.
complaints with my card.
I mean, I think it's like one of those things. Like if you have it, then you're gonna be like, okay, this was worth it, maybe. But I think people just don't want to pay that much
Yeah.
for something that doesn't have a lot of support right now.
My follow-up question is to you then. What if they lower the prices on all of the RTX cards, and why even have the 1660? Because let's say you lower the price point on the 2060, right? We're dropping all of the cards, like let's just say like $50 or something like that,
Yeah.
something not crazy. Then there's only a $50 difference between the 1660 and the 2060. So at that point, even if you don't want the features, it still is the dumber purchase not to just spend $50 for the better card.
Or maybe.
So I don't feel like they can even really drop the price on a lot of cards unless they only drop it on the higher end cards and leave like the 2060 and 2070 kind of at the price points they're at.
Okay.
Maybe lower the 2080 and lower the 2080 Ti and definitely fucking lower that Titan card, whether it's
That
not
is
suited to
ridiculous.
gamers or not. But I don't want to be able to find two fucking 2080 Ti's for the price of this one fucking Titan card.
And it's
Get the
not
fuck out of
even
here.
much
You're out of your
better.
damn mind in the video.
Okay, now here's a scenario for you, or an idea. Say they don't release 1650, 1660, 1660 Ti.
Hmm.
I'm not pro AMD. I want an Nvidia card. I want new architecture. but I don't have 460 Canadian dollars to spend on a video card. What's my option?
Buy an older Pascal card
But they're not
off eBay.
available. Okay, but I want a brand new card. How are they get? See, the thing is, they don't.
That's how that is for everything, though,
No,
Chaco.
no,
I
no.
mean,
But
look
the
at,
thing
I mean,
is,
you could relate that into anything in your life. You could be like, oh
exactly.
God, I don't have 20,000 American for a brand new car that I would like, but I also don't want to get a used car off of like some used car
Well,
website
okay,
for
okay. But the thing is,
10,000.
you got to remember that Nvidia does still want some profit, right? Like,
No, I
they
understand,
don't make
but
any money from the secondhand market, so they got to make money from us poor kids
no, but
somehow.
I'm not saying that though. What I'm trying to say though is like
Spend all
that
the
that argument
money.
that argument you could find almost any aspect of life, almost essentially like
Oh,
anything you're buying. You could
it's
be like,
true.
oh, well, this is too expensive. I don't want the used one. Like you could do that even with cell phones. Oh, I
Yeah,
want the
but
newest
but
iPhone,
see, that's
but
there's
I'll buy someone off of Craigslist for $200 more for the last year's model, or for
okay,
$200 less.
but the thing is, companies want your money. If you're poor or you're rich or you're in between, companies want your money. That's why Honda makes the Honda Civic and the Honda. I don't think they make the Accord anymore. They might, but then they also have Acura and Acura what is CRS or CRX or
All right,
like,
so what they could
you
do instead
know.
of releasing these random cards is just start doing what everyone else in like electronic retail does, which is sell refurbished products.
But nobody wants
Because
to buy cards that are like 3 years old.
but you don't have to buy 3 years old cards. Like we just said, there's definitely a market for Pascal cards. Imagine if they just started like selling some, like do some kind of incentive. Oh, trade in your old Pascal card, get $100 off a new RTX card. For people who are going to make that jump anyways, that's a guaranteed straight shot. It's a great deal for them, or even 150, something like that. And then NVIDIA can just sell that card for, depending on what it is, for potentially more than what they spent on it. Just
Which
refurbish it, say it got
they
factory refurbished, and then sell it to the lower end people. Not lower end people, the people who can't afford the higher price one cards. And you get a factory refurbished card. You don't have to worry about the sketchiness of buying it off of Craigslist or on eBay or something. You get something you know it's going to work. Maybe throw like a very limited warranty on it. Hasn't be anything crazy. I mean, I don't think the NVIDIA's warranty is very good to begin with.
probably
Put
not.
like a pretty minimal warranty on it and just say like, here, I mean, you're getting a 1080 for the price of what we were selling a 1070 for last year, something like that. So you're still getting a good price to performance card at that point because they lowered the price. You're getting something you can afford, but you're not spending that premium for the newest model, but you're getting it from a trusted source. So you can get the best of both worlds in the video if they were really like. I feel like that's what I would have done is just do some kind of a program to get that going because then in the future that's something you could keep building on. Whereas I feel like just keep making these like do a whole lineup of cards. We didn't sell it very well, so we're gonna come out with two way lower price cards using last year's architecture. Just seems a bit ridiculous to me because what's going to happen in like a year and a half from now when they come out with like the 30 series cards? Oh, here's the 2060 Ti. Like, oh god, here we go. Not this fucking
Well,
shit again.
we don't know what kind of stupid ass number system they're going with.
You
But
know
in
what I
all
mean?
reality,
It's just
like, no, I feel you. I feel you. It's a great idea, but the thing is, refurbished doesn't make a lot of money at all.
but
Like,
that's
it's
my point. Refurbished can make a lot of money if you do it the right way, which is why I said think
if
about the
everyone
video, right?
goes for that plan.
But think about how many people for the RTX cards that they have sold, right? Let's say it was a couple thousand. Quite a few of those people are people who probably own previous Pascal cards who have no need for them now because a lot of people do not have more than one like major expensive system, right?
Hmm.
So let's just go ahead and assume, let's say like even a fourth of the cards they sold right now, people who would have been willing to get rid of the Pascal cards for quite a few dollars off of their RTX cards. So let's say even put it at 200, right? So for the top tier cards, get it's like a 1080 and a 1070 or 1080 Ti and a 1080 get like $200 off a new RTX card. 1070 and lower get like 150 off of a new RTX card, right?
Hmm.
Trade it in. They can repackage, make sure it all works, repackage and clean up a 1080 and sell it for more than $200,
True.
guaranteed. So you're going to be making a lot more profit. You can probably sell it for like a couple hundred more than 200. You can make 100% return on that easily. And people are going to buy it because you're getting it from a trusted source. Like I said, you don't have to worry about meeting some random guy off of Craigslist, getting some bullshit broken card. You don't have to worry about it getting destroyed in the mail because if it does, you can send it back to NVIDIA and just get a different one. You know what I mean? It's a better source to receive it from, and they could potentially make quite a bit more money off of it, of pure profit. Instead of these RTX card or these GTX like 1660 Ti cards where every one they sell, they're paying to make it again. and they're not going to be able to sell it for 100% profit like they could potentially do with like a 1080 Ti that they bought with an incentive for like $200 incentive off of one of their other cards.
All right.
I just feel like for me that's what I would have done. I don't think these like lower end cards are really that. I just feel like there's better things they could have done with it, but I guess there is a market for it, so I guess I'm just trying to tap into it. It's not how I would approach the situation, but good for you, NVIDIA. Go get your money because you fucking
Get
need
that
it.
money.
You are struggling really bad in 2018.
Slightly.
Yeah, it happens. Sucks to be them. What do you think about? Oh, I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I don't even know. Mine blinked already.
I was gonna say, while we're on money, what do you think about the fact that Fortnite has lost 50% of their 48%, if you want to be specific, of their revenue
I'm happy.
between December to January?
I'm so happy. No, like, okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, I like Epic, right? I have no problem with them. They made the Unreal Engine. You can't complain about that, right? They're a good company. I got nothing against Epic.
I have everything against Fortnite.
I just hate Fortnite.
Hate Fortnite
But
so
if you
much.
think about it, Fortnite was the best game that we did not play ever
I'm okay with that.
because Fortnite kept all the little kiddies away.
That's true.
I mean, I've noticed a couple pop up in Apex, but overall, Fortnite kept the little kids away from us.
Well,
You
it looks
know,
like
our
that's coming
queues.
to a bit of an end.
Well,
For
no.
one, I feel like for one the number is very inflated though because December is a holiday season and people spend a shit ton of
Mm.
money, especially on like digital purchases. I know people who spent ridiculous amounts of money on like Fortnite and like Steam gift cards and all this other shit to give out as gifts. So for one, I feel like that 48% is a little bit inflated. So
Mm.
I just want to throw that out there really quickly. I feel like that number is, if it was between two other months, if it would have been like, let's say June, and then let's say Apex comes out in like June, and we're comparing it to like May's like profit for Fortnite, I feel like it wouldn't be 48%. I feel like it would be substantially less than 48%. If it was 2 months that weren't coinciding the Christmas and holiday season, it wouldn't be that big of margins because the price was so inflated or the revenue was so inflated from so much money being spent on the holiday season. I feel like to compare with January when everyone kind of already spent their money for the year, like on gifts and shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be substantially lower because no mom in January is going to be like, oh, let me go buy you another fucking Fortnite gift card when I just got you one 2 weeks ago. Like, you know what? At least my mom.
Yeah.
She's like, you better calm down. So I just feel like a lot of people aren't as incentivized to spend money, especially on things like games, when they just bought their younger kids this stuff a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, unfortunately, we can't thank Apex for that because
Yeah.
it's January and Apex came out February 4th, I think, or yeah, February
Did it?
4th. Yeah, February 4th, Apex came out. Um, so unfortunately, yeah, we can't thank Apex for it, but
You
yeah,
can thank Apex for the fact that next month they're probably going to be still showing a loss.
yeah. Well,
Because
apparently they're still they are still king of the hill for player count.
no, 100% they are. I don't even think it's very close either. Still,
No, it's probably way off. Like they're probably
I believe they're still way ahead. I think they're also way ahead in Twitch views, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh,
Um,
well, I could see them being ahead in Twitch views, well, total views, but as Twitch streamers, no, they're not.
a lot of people seem to be switching over to Apex, which is what I was going to get
Yeah,
into.
yeah.
There's a lot of people selling their Fortnite accounts on like social media, especially like Twitch or not Twitch, excuse me, on Twitter that I've been noticing.
Oh,
They're just trying to like dump their accounts. Like, oh, I got Battle Pass like season. Actually, let me pull one up. Read one to you verbatim. What someone decided to say
Verbatim.
about the fact that he wanted to get rid of his Fortnite account. Which to me, this is kind of crazy, but I would never sell my account. But I guess if you're not planning on playing the game anymore, at not my burner account number 3 is selling his account on Twitter. This is what he posted: selling my account. I quit with Apex Legends coming out. I have every battle pass and skin since season 2. DM me if interested. And quite a few other people just from the list I'm looking for. It's like 10 other people selling their accounts and just trying to get out of it while the market's kind of still there because a lot of people seem to be switching over and they're trying to at least get some money back for all the hundreds of dollars they've thrown in on these fucking battle passes.
What do you think? What do you think you could even get for an account like that? Like dude's account there, where he said he had all the skins since like season 2 or whatever. What do you think you could even get? Like,
You're asking the wrong person, man. I wouldn't give him like $1 for that shit.
I'll give
Like,
you three
make him
buttons and a
pay
piece
me
of
for
lint.
reading that tweet. Is what I would do. That shit is fucking. I would not spend a single dollar on that. Not for me.
Plasma says he would make him pay 1,000 to make. He would make Alec pay. No English. Alex says he would make the guy pay Alex $1,000 to take the account.
It sounds like some shit he would say.
Baby Bagel says I really hated Fortnite just for how goofy it was. I guess there is a market for that. Obviously, kids, but playing Apex feels like there's an actual strategy and point to it. Yes, there's an actual strategy and point, other than building the tallest fucking tower and then
I mean,
shooting.
there's strategy and point to Fortnite. I'm not gonna let that go by. There is, if you're good at the game, I think there
Just
is strategy,
consider it.
especially in your building. I'm not gonna let that comment go by. But other than that, I agree with everything else said. But there can be strategy put forward in that game.
Yeah, I guess yeah. Yeah, I mean you can put strategy in anything, right? But
Yeah, that's my point. Is like you can't say there's not strategy in it. But it's just I don't know. It's not for me. I think honestly, it's not for that's. I feel like that would also be a lie. I was gonna say it's not for people kind of in our age group,
yeah,
but I
that's
know quite a few people that I went to college with that like went
Fortnite.
ape shit for Fortnite when it first came out. Like when it
Yeah.
first like really got hot and still played it till about like right now. Now they're all hopping over on the Apex bandwagon. But I know like people my age that went nuts for it, and I never understood it. So, but I was gonna say that maybe it's not for our generation, but I think that could be wrong.
Yeah, no, it's I definitely got to disagree with that statement. Even though,
Yeah.
yeah, it's for anybody. I've seen like 50-year-olds play it legit on Twitch. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's not for me, man. That shit's too cartoony. Like, I think Apex is cartoony as well, but I think they did it to like the
Well,
right amount. I think they did it to the right amount. Because if
I
you even look at the characters, they look like they would be in a cartoon, but it's to the point where like the detail is still there to the point where that when you're not looking directly at the character, the game itself doesn't appear to be too cartoony, or even that it is at all. But if you actually sit there and stare at it, it is like an almost cartoon environment. If you understand what I'm trying to say by that.
yeah, no, I feel ya. I
But
can
it's not to
agree.
the point where it's like it feels like I'm like fucking walking around in like Space Jam, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's like it's not that they didn't go cartoony, but they didn't go realistic.
Yeah, it's definitely just it's pure animation. Like I don't know how to word it. Like I don't know what that exact type of
They're not going for realism. I
yeah,
don't know what to even call that art style.
but I like it. It's kind of like a nice in between. Because if it was too realistic, I don't know if I would like it any better, honestly. Because
I don't know.
if I'm being honest, the reason I like it is it's not stupid realistic. Where like, I feel like Fortnite for me is one very far left side of the spectrum, and like
Battlefield.
Battlefield.
say
I was gonna say I
Battlefield.
was gonna compare it with we could say Battlefield. I was gonna compare it with Blackout from Call of Duty, which
Oh,
compared to
okay.
Fortnite is like very far on the other end of like the realism. Not that that Call of Duty is like hyper realistic or anything, but just compared to like Fortnite, I feel like it would be considered the more right end version of that.
Alex says Apex equals realistic, and then he's got like that, whatever the fuck that picture is. I don't know who that guy is. And he says there's walking monstrosities in the background. Alex, that's your family you're talking about.
That is probably it.
Oh my
Okay.
god, this lighting
But
makes my teeth look yellow. That's gross.
I'm I'm happy with Apex. I do think it's interesting that Fortnite is having such a kind of a shitty time right now with
Hmm.
sales dropping as low as they did in January before the game even came out, and then now them having to deal with what's potentially going to be the biggest really competitor they've probably ever seen. I don't think PUBG, Battle Royale, or what was the other one? Realm Royale. What did you
What?
play? Realm Royale? You never heard of Realm Royale?
No.
It looks like Fortnite except you're like in Middle Eastern times or not Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern times.
We're
Yo,
gonna eat
Aladdin's going crazy. Not Middle
middle
Eastern times.
middle age.
Middle Age times, and like
Okay.
you're like
Okay.
slinging spells back and forth, and you're shooting each other with like fucking muskets, and I've seen it like streamed a couple times. It actually looks fun. I don't think you know who he is, but Dyrus, who used to be a famous League of Legends player and streamer.
Wow.
I've seen him play it a couple times. It looks fun. When you get downed, you would turn into a chicken and run around. You would just explode and become like a colorful chicken and run around. You know how like when you get down in Apex, you just fall,
Oh yeah.
turn into a chicken, and your teammate could revive you from the chicken, or you could blow up the person's chicken and they would permanently die. Which I thought that was actually kind of a fun thing to like fuck someone up and just fuck off, and they would just start clucking and running around. I actually enjoyed that. For as stupid as it is, it was a very fun feature. But that game didn't get like, I mean, you didn't even hear about it. They didn't get a lot of traction.
Yeah.
What was the game you've been playing? You've been trying to get everyone to play with you. That stupid ass battle royale where you don't even have to fight anyone.
Ring of Elysium.
Ring of Elysium. You don't have to fight anyone. That's like the point. It's not a battle royale. It's just to fucking hide it out until the helicopter comes and it's royale.
Just run in there and hope for the best.
So I don't know.
Oh my god.
I could survive a pretty decent lifetime without that either. But I think Apex is gonna actually be the first thing to like hold a candle to Fortnite. Maybe one day surpass it. It's having crazy growth. I'm happy about that. I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon though. Fortnite's still definitely number one at the moment.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Leading to the next topic, the data mined Apex info.
Yeah.
I think this can actually, this is going to steal.
Fortnite shine. You
Um,
think?
I think it's going to take a lot more players. Alex, what the hell do you want? Apex has more viewers at the moment. I feel like
Oh, is it
Apex
really?
more time. Yeah, yeah. No, Apex definitely has more viewers.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
I feel like in Apex more times than not, the other squad is pro. In pub, that wouldn't really happen. What?
What do you mean? The other squad is not pro in Apex. Quite a
The
few.
other squad is pro.
Because I'm pretty ass and I kill quite amount of like decent amount of people now per game, and it's usually just like one of my teammates is an idiot.
Oh, he's saying although Shroud has 63,000 viewers. Shroud is ridiculous. I love that guy, even though I never watch him. He's so good. But
I have no idea who that is.
Shroud, holy crap, Shroud is so
Yeah.
good. Just like watch one of his streams one day. This dude, you would think he had an aimbot, but he's just good. He could just
Is that good?
he's just hit anything.
That's crazy.
So yeah, yeah, the Apex data mine. I'm actually really excited for this. The two new legends that they're coming out with, Octane
Mhm.
and Watson. Um, I think I'm more excited for Watson. But the thing that's gonna take, I think will take more people is the two game modes, like the survival and the. Come on, we were just talking about this.
Survival and the
Recruit.
recruit one. I'm not a
Recruit.
fan of the recruit. I just to me
Uh,
that shit just seems stupid as fuck.
Okay, so for the people that are watching, Watson, your girl says that sounds great. Oh my god, I'll explain Watson in a sec. Yeah, so recruit. I like recruit. Like the idea of like if you get downed, that someone on the other team can come steal you. I'm sold. But I think a problem with that is like it's gonna end up being like, think of it like a human and zombie situation,
Yeah.
right?
That would be fun as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, if they came out with that game mode, I'd be all about that because I feel like they have really fun guns, and the no fall damage and like the zip lines and all that shit give you a lot of mobility. Where if it's like kind of like they used to have it in like infected in Call of Duty. I used to love playing that shit. To do like an infected game mode, I'd be all about that.
Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, that would actually be a good. That would be a
That'd
good.
be really fun. You
But
drop in, someone randomly becomes it. Like I wouldn't even say someone make like keep it everything in groups of three, right? Everyone drops down 20 sets of groups of three, right? Everyone drops. One of the groups of three becomes like
Zombie.
the zombies.
And like
And
have like stupid amounts of health.
yeah, just dumb
Or, like,
dumb
armor.
amounts of health. And I wouldn't even say like dumb amounts of health. I would say the best thing would be like shooting them slows them significantly or something like that. Because I don't know if you can necessarily kill them because then where are they going to be respawned? Because
Well, they wouldn't.
yeah,
Well,
but then the game would end. That's my point. I would say like slow them and then like give the zombies like some kind of like different abilities other than shooting weapons. Give them like some kind of a different weapon
like infection grenades.
like an
toss it-
infection grenade or
So they
something
can-
like that, or like a gun that shoots. Like you got like take the person's health bar out with like this gun and then they become the zombie or something. But something to just like yeah. It's kind of like that though. Honestly, think about it, Plasma. Would that not be fun though? Like upgraded and like modernized into a game
Apparently-
like Apex?
Apparently, this is already in a mode from Halo. It's called
Yeah.
Infected. I never played Halo.
I didn't play it on Halo. I played Infected on Call of Duty. I just think it'd be fun, honestly. If they could find a way to make that work out well, that'd be dope. I would like that game mode.
Yeah, I could see that. That'd be cool. But so yeah, recruit is the recruit is if you get down, the enemy team can come. Anybody can come pick you up, and you are on whose ever team you are picked up by, or squad, not team, squad. But I think the problem is like I was saying, like it's like a human zombie thing. That I think what's gonna happen is that there's gonna be like a squad of three, and they're
Hmm.
gonna down a guy, and they're gonna pick him up. And now there's four versus three, or four versus two. Well, who's gonna win? More than likely the four, right?
Yeah.
And then they grow to six, okay? Because they're two squads now together. Then they go find another squad of three, and they take those three, and eventually it's just an ever-growing squad until they've got everybody. And
Yeah, I
then
think that's.
who gets win credit?
Yeah, I feel like that is the problem with that. I also think the problem with that is like the game mode. I feel like will take a lot longer because instead of just wiping out entire squads, you should
But
have people
hold
going
on,
back
hold
and
on,
forth.
hold on. Fuck you, Alex. I aim better than stormtroopers. Okay.
That's not true, dude. You fucking suck at every game you play. I don't even know why you have a computer, to be honest.
I just like playing games.
You
Uh,
are trash at all the
I
games you play.
absolutely trash. I should have brought Candy down with me before I started this.
I've been wanting to order a giant bag. Oh, we're going off on a tangent here. I've been wanting to order a giant bag of gummy bears.
I got a giant bag of sour dinosaurs right now upstairs from
Oh,
Costco. I
jealous.
know. I should I should text my sister and be like, bring me candy.
That would make my girlfriend go, but she's ungrateful and won't do it. Kidding.
Uh,
She is the greatest person ever. She does everything for me.
She's also hiding right behind you.
Also hiding right behind me. Yo, if she pops up behind me with any kind of a weapon, feel free to give me some kind of a notice.
I ain't telling you shit.
That's fucked up. Um,
She just pops up, stares at the camera like, excuse me?
did she? Yo, yo, get out of here with your grudge shit. Yo, don't get laid out talking mad crazy on here. Sleep in the
Okay.
hallway.
Okay, the second mode, there's not too much information about though. I'm curious about it. It's called survival. Apparently it's like something with an NPC, they have no idea. And they're saying it might be kind of like Fortnite's Save the World mode, which I don't
Yeah.
think anyone really played. No,
No, no one
Alex,
did
we're
it.
not adding Titans. This is not Titanfall. I mean, it's the same world, but it's not Titanfall. So no Titans. But yeah, apparently, I don't know. It's gonna be like Fortnite Save the World. Um, Ashley, you were saying that you like the sound of Watson. So apparently, what Watson does is kind of like caustic.
Yeah.
He lays down Tesla traps that ensnare you and damage you. I'm so excited. I want that character so bad. I don't even know what he looks like or anything, and based on that information, I want him. I don't know if that'd be his Q or his ultimate. Probably his ultimate. No, wait, Caustic. Caustic's traps, are those his Q?
I think they are. Yeah.
I don't have Caustic. I ended up going with Mirage. I don't know. And yeah, the other guy's Octane. He's got stim packs. Whatever. We don't know what they are, but stim packs. I thought you were gonna say testicles, not Tesla traps. Yeah, I don't know. Stim pack. Apparently, it's like Titanfall. I don't remember any stim packs in Titanfall 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I
didn't
don't
play
know.
Titanfall 2.
I played Titanfall 2. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty good. The story was really good. Heals faster. No. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Like it'd heal you a bit, maybe make you a little bit faster. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know.
I like the new gun they came out with. I cannot for the life of me remember. It's like that energy
Havoc.
gun.
Havoc.
Havoc. That's
I
fun.
I
I
like
like the
it.
gun.
I like it. Watson just lays down his testicles. Yes. One of you guys doesn't have their sound on, and it's not giving us a view. I think it's Plasma. Wait, no, they would have to. Both of them would have to, because then how would they know what we're saying?
Yeah.
I have no idea. But yeah, the Havoc. Havoc is gold. I mean, it's like, have you ever tried it on the single fire mode, like the sniper mode or
No.
something? You literally like, it's good in the sense that like when you're like, when you're sniping, you like wait for the perfect shot, and like right when you get to it, bam, you shoot, right?
Yeah.
Quick reflexes. Havoc, there's like, it's like a 1 second or
It's a
like a
delay
point.
because it's an
Yeah, it's a,
energy weapon. They're all like ramping.
yeah, like it's. I hate it. I tried it like a
Yeah.
couple times. I couldn't.
That's because
Like,
they have that fucking what the hop up is that what they're called? The hop up for it, the turbocharger that makes it shoot quicker.
oh yeah,
That's because of that. If you get it, it shoots quicker. That's also the problem when you even have it on like automatic. It takes like a half a second to 2 seconds or whatever it is to actually start shooting. Like at full speed, it'll go doom 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 doom. Doom. It's like all those guns are like a
yeah.
Gatling gun. Even the light machine gun version is also like a Gatling gun.
The
It has
Spitfire, the
that
and
same
the
like slow start, and then it just starts wiling out to the point where you can't hit shit. Maybe it's just me, but like once that gun gets fully going, I just like I'm fucking spraying. I'm just like, dear God, please.
carving your face into the fucking
That's
mountain instead of hitting the
essentially
guy.
what it is. Like, all right, well,
Well, fuck it, I'm
made a
done.
fucking monument.
Mount Justin Moore.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, I love the Spitfire though. Like that's one of those guns that literally like it. No, can't remember if the Spitfire kind of ramps up, but I know that like once it like gets going, it's just like it's everywhere. But it's like I don't give a shit. I just like compensate.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think the Spitfire is the name of it. I'm pretty sure the Spitfire isn't that the heavy machine gun, like the heavy ammo light machine gun.
Yeah, you're talking about the
I'm talking about the energy ammo light machine gun. That one like ramps up and that shit
I
can be.
want to say Devastator, but that doesn't seem right. It's like D
I honestly don't
E
remember.
Dev dun 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 dun.
A railgun would be dope, plasma. I agree with that.
Which one's a railgun? Is that like
G7 South sucks, and you are also awful with that gun, baby bagel. I've watched your stream plenty enough to know that when you get that gun, it's a wrap, and not in a good way.
Actually, I did pretty good with
You have like a
G7 a couple
5 minute
days ago.
lifespan with that gun.
It's just got a 5 minute lifespan with any gun. Cold blooded.
Let's keep it moving because it's already been about an hour.
Well,
Just to keep it going along.
we're doing an extra long one just because someone screwed up somehow and
Blame my girlfriend.
No, I'm blaming you.
Blame my girlfriend. It's all her fault.
I don't
It's
know.
just the bane of all of my problems.
You want to talk about one of your shit?
Yeah. So something I've been looking into this week that I've actually had eyes on for a couple years. If I'm being honest, I didn't even know they released the first version of it.
You talk about
Um,
HoloLens.
The HoloLens.
I
So
had
a
no
couple years
idea.
ago, I heard about it, and I've always like kind of been keeping an eye to see like, oh, when are they going to release it? When are they going to release it? And then this past week, I noticed a couple articles popping up of the HoloLens 2 coming out. I'm like, when the fuck did the first one come out?
I know,
So,
right?
the whole concept for it, for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like you put on like, it's pretty much like it looks like a VR visor that you would get from a game, except the front of it is like glass. Then it straps onto onto your forehead, covers your eyes and the back of your head to hold it in place. And you kind of use it to augment reality almost. You can use it to like display blueprints and like kind of move them around with your hands, shit like that. Hold things in your hands with it.
So
And
wait,
from what
is this like Google Glass? Like, do you like see through the glass and then?
you see through like the glass visor it has in it,
Yeah.
and it projects things in your field of view.
Oh, so it's yeah, so it's like Google. Well, no, not Google Glass. It's not a
No,
good
Google, it's kind of I can't even say it looks less douchey. It still looks pretty douchey, but it's not something to be worn out in public all the time like Google Glass was.
Oh, okay.
But it's more for like kind of geared towards more like from what I can tell like engineers and like businesses like making things. The best way I can like from what I've seen and from like videos of it being used and stuff like from like the vision of what it would look like if you had it on. It very much reminds me like the old Iron Man. Not even I guess they are old at this point. They're like 10 years old. Like the Iron Man movies, and he would be in his basement building the suit. And you know how he would like have his hands up and be like moving like these virtual parts
Oh
around.
yeah,
and shit?
yeah. Okay, yeah,
It
yeah.
looks kind of like that. Like I've seen like demos of them like showing in like little bloopers and whatnot. And, like someone's like sitting there like building an engine and just like flipping it and changing the colors and adding all these random shits to it. I mean, to me, that whole concept is pretty cool. I just don't know if I want to spend $3,500 for it. So throwing the price in there, that is a huge premium for that.
That's
But
American.
That's American. So for you
Fuck.
Canadians, probably closer to $5,000.
Might as well just like
spitballing
sell my.
a number out there, but probably
I'm just
closer
gonna
to $5,000.
come to the States, sell my kidney, then I should be able to afford it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's something I think is super amazing. Microsoft's getting ready to release the second version of it. There is a lot of debate right now internally at Microsoft over it, though, and its applications. Because, like I said, a lot of it's
Oh,
for business and whatnot, like a lot of engineering. And a lot of people aren't too happy to find out that Microsoft just made a ridiculously large contract with the U.S. military to start selling it to
I
them.
like I'm very torn. No, not torn. I'm undecided on that issue. I was thinking about that. I read the article about
I get
everyone
both
being pissed
sides,
off.
honestly.
Yeah.
For one, I get the whole. For one, let me put it out here. The article that I looked at states that the amount that Microsoft will be getting for this contract is $479 million to supply the U.S. military this technology, which is again a ridiculous amount of money. But I get the point of Microsoft's like workers. I feel like if I built something to be used to create and like kind of move technology forward and do positive things in the world, I don't want to find out that it's being used to like help kill people. And not even
Yeah.
necessarily kill people, but be used in the effort of forwarding weaponry for the military, because that's what it's going to be used for. If not directly on the soldiers fighting someone, it's going to be used to create better weapons for the soldiers in the military. And part of me, as an American, feels guilty because it's like, oh, those people who are serving are also people like me, and if they have better weapons, better like protection, things like that, less chance they die. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then there's also at what ends does the arm race ever really end? I guess it ends up being more of like a moral argument back and forth. Um, to what ends or what means justify the ends? I guess is always going to be the argument, especially regarding military and the world right now. But I think I would have to team with Microsoft on this one, like their employees, not wanting their creation that they spent all these hours for going towards producing weapons and being used by the military. That's to me, it's just I get why Microsoft's doing it. Business is business. It's a $500 million contract. If it was me, I'm not about to be like, yo, I'm not selling this to the government because you guys are feeling some type of way about it. So
Yeah. I don't know. I've pretty much got the same view as you. I mean, I'm not American, so it's like,
yeah,
whatever. But it's like I gotta agree. Like from someone who's like making something, you don't want the shit that you're making to um, be used to kill people when you want it to be to better the world.
yeah,
I don't know. I think you basically just summed up everything that I think about.
yeah. Well, that's probably we. I'm not surprised, honestly. We have like a pretty
Yeah.
similar outlook on that, even though our name is polar opposites. So I guess that's a
Well,
joke on itself. But
yeah. Well, we're not polar opposites because of a lot of viewpoints. Well, no, most viewpoints kind
a
of
lot of
opposite.
viewpoints, depending. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just I feel like that's something that I feel like most people would kind of understand unless you are from like that military background. Then you're like, oh, the applications for it are going to be this, and that. It's going to change this. But for I think people like us who care more about like the advancement of like actual technology, not weaponry, they're always going
Mm.
to see like the this was made to like potentially help like reduce the effects of global warming by helping engineers create better engines and like more efficient technology so that we spend less fuel and we create less emissions, like solve the world's problems that way, or help like bioengineers like solve like fucking cure for cancer or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to find out, it's like, oh well, we're probably gonna use this to make like better guns or a bigger fucking bomb because we need more of those. Or like fucking what is it Trump announced he was trying to do like a year ago? It's fucking Space Wars bullshit. Space Wars about to have fucking people flying around space and shit with us on.
What?
It's like you didn't hear
Space
about
War?
that? Donald Trump like not Space Wars. He announced like a fucking like a year ago he wanted to start some kind of space program for the U.S. military.
What the hell? A space program. So they're gonna like launch their missiles in space and
No, like they want to have like a fucking like you know like the army. There's like the army, the navy, the air force. He wants like some kind of space fucking paratrooper bullshit.
then space
I remember
paratrooper.
it was like a huge thing,
I've
a
never
huge
heard
thing when he
about this.
first quoted it. Here, let me find it. Oh, here it is. Donald Trump has announced his plans to create an ambitious program in the U.S. called the Space Force. It'll become a new branch of the military and aims to ensure Americans' dominance in space. It's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I think eventually, as people like, I think eventually, like, as a planet, we need to like eventually venture out into space, like, unified and kind of get over this whole border thing we're still like hopped up on. But I think for
Yeah.
the U.S. to just randomly have like a fucking space, who are they even gonna fight? The asteroids at this point? Like, No one else has a space force.
Yo,
What do you mean?
motherfucker,
They're
you
about
got
to be
any
up there for like
oil?
60 years just chilling. You're gonna be the only branch of the government where everyone comes back with no PTSD, just mad boredom. Just like, yo, I did 80 years
Post-traumatic
covering.
boredom syndrome.
I did 3 tours around the planet. Shit was rough. I had to eat toothpaste for mad long. That shit's stupid as hell. I do not see the points of that. Like when the time comes for it, yes. Right now, no. Unless like fucking Russia is sending mad people to the International Space Station to take hostages, then I don't see the point to this. I'm gonna be honest. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god, that was fucking gold.
It's a waste of my tax-paying money.
You had me at fucking eating toothpaste.
Feel me though? Like that's exactly what it is. It's gonna be the only branch of the military that has zero PTSD.
Like I said,
Fucking going to space
post.
and chilling. I guarantee, like the only like what is it? The only fatalities is gonna be like if the fucking spacecraft like blows up and like leaving orbit.
People are gonna
It'd be
die
it.
from like little pieces of rock breaking through
Yeah,
their visors. You know.
yeah, like fucking like it's gonna be nuts. The army like fatalities 10 years for the U.S. Army like thousands. Fatality in like Space Force like 3, 2 of them from like cancer and 1 from suicide. Like it's gonna be just like
Boredom,
ridiculous.
suicide of bored from bored.
Yeah, just like this guy's just like, yo, honestly, I'm just tired of being in space.
Holy shit! Black holes eat a couple of them. Why not?
It's like it's
Uh,
fucking point. It's just a fucking point. But we got off the thing here. Hololens 2, when used by the military, not a fan of that personally. It seems like you were in agreement with that.
oh shit! Yeah, I'm down for the Hololens. Like if I had the money, like
Yo,
if I could throw
I
the money.
can't get it, but I really gotta make myself not get it because I spent too much money on my computer. But
Yeah.
also,
Truth,
it's
truth.
one of those things where like, yo, I'm gonna get this, and I'm probably not gonna use it as much as I think I would. Because what the fuck am I gonna make with that shit? You're like, yo,
You're gonna be
let
like,
me,
look,
let me
I
like
can
use
throw a
fucking whatever
square
cat
around.
feature or whatever it is on there. Yeah, I'm just gonna like be moving with some fucking ball around in fucking virtual reality and not know what to fucking do with it. So
Cat's gonna
as
be
much as
looking
I
at
would
you
like
like
to
you're
get it, I
special
feel like it'd be
needs.
a waste for money for me.
Absolutely. I second that opinion. It'd be cool to be like,
Unless
yo,
they like let
guess
me
what I've
fucking
got.
scan my computer right now and just like fucking PC simulator that shit right there, I would buy that bitch in a heartbeat. I'm not gonna lie. I would spend every dollar on that.
So you don't have to keep
That'd be
breaking your
dope.
PC and not playing games with me, or what?
No, I don't even that I break it. I just like to keep adding little things to it and upgrading it. Just fixing the tubing as I go. Right now, I think it's it's the last like stage. I don't think there's anything I need to do for it.
You just gotta
So
get like four, one. I don't get. Just get a bunch of solid state drives, cause you might as
why?
well.
I have 1.5 terabytes of solid state. Why do I need more?
Well, like M.2, but I'm saying like SATA drives.
Why do I need state?
So
I have
why
one
not?
and a half terabytes. When am I ever gonna use 1.5 terabytes?
So you can.
Rocco, I'm not even at like half a terabyte yet, and I got like 10 games on my computer. When the fuck am I ever gonna need that much? Because by the time the next 10 games I want to play come out,
The
I'm
other
gonna be
ones.
fucking deleting all of these. So why the fuck do I need more solid state drives? Thank you for trying to get me to blow my money. No, shut up. Not doing it. Awful fucking recommendation. Why don't you go buy a solid state drive with your slow ass computer?
Ouch.
Yeah.
I do have a solid state,
Average.
not M.2, but yeah, I got an
Yeah,
SSD.
got M.2 NVMe. Show some respect. I got those higher read and write speeds, son.
Space Force. Oh, speaking of M.2, this is kind of it's
Oh,
end show content, but I want to mention it now because we talked about M.2. Well, I guess 3 companies made an M.2 5G module.
huh.
Intel and Fibocom. I've never heard of them.
No.
They got together and they made a 5G M.2 module. Apparently, it's for system integration. I don't know what that's even referring to. But then another company called Sierra, they made one too. Apparently, Sierra did it first, and they are going to be showing them off at the Mobile World Congress that's happening in Barcelona.
Huh.
Yeah.
I believe was about to get into a topic off that that I did not mention earlier. You just kind of popped it in my head. The idea.
Well, I want.
I think it was also at the Mobile World Congress that Western Digital, who owns I believe Seagate, and I do not remember the name of the other
Hold
company.
up. Western Digital does not own Seagate.
I'm pretty positive they do.
They own SanDisk.
SanDisk, that's what it was.
That's
Yes,
like Intel
SanDisk.
owns AMD.
Intel does own AMD. They're just making their own competition. That's why they have such a
The-
grasp on the market.
that's why
So like,
Intel's losing
you ever seen
hard.
those Geico like insurance commercials with the guy who has like the fucking dollar on the string and the girl keeps trying to pull it. He's like, "Oh, almost got it. You almost got it." That's
AMD.
Intel with AMD. They own it and they put out that Radeon 7 to almost be better. And it's like,
That's
"Oh, you almost
Nvidia.
got it." No. Oh, yeah, right. Whatever. Nvidia, same fucking concept. You almost got it. Pretty much it.
But okay,
Ashley and fucking Plasma would not have known because they don't know shit about shit. So if you didn't think of it, they wouldn't have known. And the joke would have gotten the point across. But you get what I'm saying with that.
yeah, yeah. So
But no,
you talk
so
about the
Western
one
Digital owns
terabyte.
SanDisk, the 1 terabyte micro SD cards.
Yeah, they're not the
Those shits are
first.
fucking expensive.
Yeah, it is. But it's not the first.
Well, they're not. I'm pretty
They're
sure they were advertising them as the first.
shit. There's another company
There's
that
another
made it.
company that created them. There's two
Maybe
companies.
maybe it is
It's
SanDisk that was
Seagate
the
and
first.
someone else. They were the
It
only
was
two to like show them
SanDisk.
at this conference. Was it SanDisk? Maybe that's
Yeah.
why I had that name in my head. Um,
Like 1 terabyte. Yeah, I'll look it up quick fast here. SanDisk and
Shout out to all three of our viewers.
Micron.
Two of you we don't like.
Micron. Yeah,
Micron. That is the
Micron.
name of
I
it.
don't.
Micron.
I've never heard of them.
Um, I didn't either. I actually kind of heard it. Shout out to Awesome Hardware. I was watching that today on my lunch break when I wasn't doing
I
notes
watched.
for this show.
Was watching some last night.
Um, Baby Bagel, you can get wrecked. So do not say that you're gonna fight me. Don't embarrass yourself. Um, yeah, no. So I was kind of watching it on there, which is when I heard about it, and it really piqued my interest. The only thing is the prices are nuts. We were talking about earlier how people can't
Yeah.
afford graphics cards. Imagine buying a chip like this big for $450 just because it was 1 terabyte. That fuck that. Especially with like a read and write speed of like a normal hard disk drive. Like at best, I'm good. But if
Yeah.
you have space in your phone, I feel like there are some people that could justify spending that like for like to add to their phones, especially like people
Well,
who do like a lot of photography and like taking videos and shit on there. I can
um,
do that, but
Nintendo Switch.
you can put it in the Switch.
Yeah, that is
I
Nintendo
don't know,
Switch
so I think
uses
that was something.
Nintendo Switch. I believe. I'm pretty sure. It's too far for me to go get it. I'm pretty sure Nintendo Switch actually uses micro SD.
No,
I
well
don't
then
know if
that's
there's a
another
I
graphics
don't know if
card
there's a
there.
cap on like on the size.
My only other thing though is, do you want to pay more for a micro SD card than you paid for your whole Switch system? It's
Actually,
like
it's about
four.
this.
They were
Well, okay,
they
yeah,
were advertising
400
$450.
American.
I just saw like a Switch on sale today. I believe it was on Newegg for like
Three.
250 $300 American.
Yeah,
So I'm like, do I
yeah.
want to pay an extra 150 to $100 for a fucking SD card? Don't think so.
Hard pass. Well, I mean, there's gotta be somebody who would utilize that size. I mean,
There is, but
like
yeah, it's
photographers
me.
who
No.
never change the card or something. I
That's
don't.
like
I
that's
don't
like me
know.
spending like 6 grand on a fucking like solid state drive for my computer. It's like, oh, I got this stupid expensive computer. Let me go buy an even more dumb expensive fucking hard drive to have an ungodly amount of space for whatever reason. This just shit would be like 100 terabytes. Spend like 6 grand.
100
Fuck
terabyte.
that.
That'd be some good space, except I'd never be able to fill it.
I think I would spend the rest of my life trying to fill that. Like, actively trying to
Take a
fill that.
photo,
Like,
take like 100 photos a day, and you
yo,
still wouldn't come
just
close.
leave my webcam on streaming 4K for the next like 10 days. And hope to get somewhere up there.
Oh, no shit. That'd be a good time. Good time.
Yeah, but no, I thought that was really interesting today. Just a random little side note to throw in there. Probably should have put it in the special mention section, but we're still figuring out structure. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put it right here in the middle to the
In
end of
the
share.
fucking throw it in. Yeah,
Yeah, just
well,
throw it in. Throw it in. Why not? It's my thing. I'll do what I want.
I do what I want. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
don't know. You gotta be ballin', big ballin', to afford one of those fucking cards.
yeah, no, I'm good on that shit.
Yeah.
No.
But you know who is big ballin'?
Ooh.
Fucking Bobby Kotick of Activision Blizzard and Andrew Wilson of EA. The CEOs. Those
Overpaid.
fucking multi-millionaire motherfuck. Oh my god. I can't
I could
believe
do
they
that. I would love to be overpaid.
they
I would love to be overpaid for what I do.
yeah, that'd be a good time. But I mean those guys definitely make too much. Like Bobby making I wrote it down somewhere. $28.6 million a year.
You know what's crazy though?
Why?
You wanna know
The
what's
guy's
crazy
not
though?
even
Like this,
running it properly.
this sounds nuts. This might actually sound nuts, but to me, this is something I just thought about.
Hmm.
Think about like we're gonna go U.S. dollars. Think about like U.S. sports, right? So the CEO whose job is to maybe he's not doing the best. He has to oversee an entire company, maintain profitability, work with like shares in the board and all that shit, right?
Hmm.
And continue like making sure the company does innovative products. Gets paid $28 million. Look at a baseball player, or excuse me, like a basketball player like LeBron James, make the same amount of money for playing basketball for like 4 months of the year to just shoot a ball around, run back and forth and shoot a ball around.
Yeah,
You put it in that perspective,
that's
and maybe they're
stupid.
not that overpaid.
Well,
That's something I just thought. I still think he's overpaid. Don't get me wrong, but I also just randomly like side tangent. There is a lot of fucking different professions where people are way too fucking overpaid. Like 28 million to me, the whole idea of like paying these like professional sports players the ridiculous amount of money they make is nuts. Because it's like, yo, I get like 1 in a million. LeBron James is arguably the GOAT, like him and Jordan, best ever. But like hundreds of millions of dollars over his like career to run back and forth and shoot a ball into a fucking hole. It's like this guy is like just shooting a ball into a hole. Like what the fuck? The guy who like invented the wheel didn't get any money. Like
the dude got ripped
like
off because he couldn't
people coming out with
copyright
like
it.
fucking life-changing cures are not getting hundreds of millions of dollars directly.
No,
You know what I
they
mean?
get the grant to keep researching, but
Yeah.
they're not
It's
taking
like
it home.
yeah, and it's like, yo, what the fuck? What? This guy shot a basketball into a fucking hole. Like,
It just made
yeah,
more than I do in a
he did
year.
it. He
Like,
made 30 points last night. Congrats. That means he did it 15 times. He got paid like $1 million to show up to this game today to make the fucking basket in the hole 15 times. I could do that shit.
well, probably not, but we could try. Like,
I would fucking try. They have off nights. I can go. Maybe get like a one good layup. Anyone who's seen me play basketball will probably disagree, but those of you who don't have shit, I can go make one good layup.
uh,
Make it real
I've
quick.
I've been making. I don't want to say that argument, but I've been trying to fucking understand that my whole life. Like sit there and like watching. Okay, I don't watch sports, right? But like hearing about it, it's like, oh, this team signed on this player to play this sport for X amount of months of the year. Not even the whole year. It's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 months. Okay, like in hockey, actually, I think it's longer than 4 months. I think it's like 6. I should know this. I'm Canadian, but it's like 5 or 6 years or something like that, or years, months. Um, but they're being paid like millions of dollars, and it's kind of like, but why? Like they're just playing fucking sports. But I
It
mean,
has to do with the revenue that they
that's
personally like bring in through jersey sales and
yeah.
ticket
I
sales
mean,
because people want to see them. But
that's true too. But
it's just like, god damn, to play that much, like fucking donate, like pay them less and just donate the rest of the money to like whatever fucking city you're in. Because another problem I have with like big sporting teams in
mm,
America is I don't know if it's this way in Canada. A lot of times, let's say like they want to build a new stadium.
yeah,
A lot of times the city gives them a shitload of money towards building the new stadium.
yeah.
And it's coming out of the people who pay tickets to go see it anyways. If I'm paying fucking taxes in the state of New York and in the fucking city of New York, which is stupid high, and the Knicks want a brand new Madison Square Garden and they're paying for it with taxpayer money, I better get like front row fucking seats for the next 3 years, my guy. Okay? Because that's some fucking bullshit. Like,
Yeah, no.
don't fucking take my taxes and then charge me to go fucking see what you built with my taxes. Get the fuck out of here.
Alex says that they're being paid a lot of money. I'm assuming he's saying they're being paid a lot of money.
Health risk. The only sport
Health
with real health risk is football.
construction.
The only one with real health risk is football. Basketball, you're gonna fucking twist your ankle, and congrats.
No, you
Even
might
hockey
tear
though.
your ACL.
Think about all the people who have jobs with even more serious health risks that make less money. Let's look at again soldiers. Soldiers do not make millions of dollars a year, but
No,
they're
they.
blown the fuck up. They get shot. They go into dangerous areas all the fucking time. I doubt any of them really even make over 100,000. I'd be amazed to even find out that's the number.
No, I know.
Right?
Like in Canada,
Let's
first like
also look
4
at
years, you make
look at
under
look at
50.
cops. Cops, you make like probably 50, 62 to start. Same thing with cops. Way more dangerous job than being a fucking football player.
Yeah,
Like
and
you're not gonna get tackled.
saving
Firefighters,
lives.
all these other professions that make like probably less than like 1% of 1% of what LeBron makes right now a year, and it's like you can't even say that like that. It's less like fucking dangerous sport. Like he's gonna get concussions and it's gonna make him lose his memory 13 years into his career playing football. It's like okay, well. I don't remember that much. As long as I know I got cash in my bank account, I'll still be happy. So Just whatever. I don't need to remember my name, but if I open up that Capital One app and I see a couple of zeros, I know somebody's gonna have the wits to tell me. And you know what? You don't even remember your name because fucking when I sign in my phone, it tells me, "Hello, Justin. Here's your bank account.
Oh, sweet. I'm
7 million."
Justin and I have money. Okay, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, you need to
Oh my
outbid
god.
the other player, Alex. I get that. For those of you who aren't paying attention, Alex said, "Oh, this is like you need to be able to outbid the other teams, which is why like player salaries are constantly going so high." But it's like that in all things. I work in construction right now.
Anything.
We have to outbid the competition. Granted, it's the lower, like we're outbidding
You go
lower to do
down,
the job.
yeah.
But it's like that in anything. You always have to outbid. But if you start off with, oh, LeBron's making 100,000 a year to play for the Cavs and do all this shit, right? Or let's even just say like 1 million, not even like 28. LeBron's making 1 million. The mid-tier players are making like 500,000. Oh, I want to get LeBron this year on my team. I'm gonna pay him, like 1.5 million or 1.2 million or something like that, right? Raise it up a little bit. You don't need to go from fucking 15 million to like 25 to like 30. Like, it's too fucking much you're paying these people. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
I
if
get you need to outbid all these other millionaires and billionaires, but at that point, it's also to what end do even they need that much money? Is my point. Like, it's to what end? Because
actually,
it's too much for like there's too many people on this planet that have more money than they're gonna spend in like 10 lifetimes that are just hoarding it.
okay.
I
See,
do
one thing I give credit to, okay. Now I'm looking at my city's NHL team, National Hockey League team. Our highest paid. Fuck is that?
Sean from Hot Ones got a sticker in the mail this month.
Nice. Okay, so I'm looking it up here. Our highest paid NHL player in my city, Winnipeg Jets, because we're fucking great. Our highest payer has a base salary of 7 million. That's really not that bad. I mean, it's a little high. Like it's
Alex,
still
people
like
have died doing literally any job you can imagine.
I have a friend who damn near cut his thumb off just putting in a
People
window.
have died. Alex, you're making stupid points. Stop typing. People have died playing football. Congrats. People have died walking down the street. Ashley almost died last Wednesday walking down the street. And like, people die doing literally everything. People are made to die. That's the whole point. You're born is to reproduce and die. You can say people die doing anything.
Except for the immortal jellyfish, that thing doesn't die.
Immortal jellyfish? No, kill
Doesn't
that
die.
jellyfish. I will shoot it.
Step.
Stab, stab.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's a whole separate debate going on in our
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
room.
This
Who
is
cares about that? Two low IQ people battling.
away
So,
with you, low high key people.
way with you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Well, I got no segue
let's
to
try,
the next article. Do you want to
which is.
go? Well, you've got one that you can demonstrate, or I mean, if you
Oh
want to
yeah, let's do
demonstrate,
that really quick.
you want to do that?
Let's kind of start trying to wrap it up too, because it's already going on an hour and a half.
Well, like I said, we said we were gonna extend it. Dude, it's like an
We're
hour
gonna
12
extend it.
minutes.
Oh well, then
We were gonna
we'll hit
extend
like
it
another
because
20. I'm getting drowsy, my guy. Okay.
drowsy.
Unlike you, I have to go to work during the day.
Wait, what's work?
That's fucking awful slave stuff I have to go do every day for 8 hours. It's the American dream, they say. All right, so for getting back on topic of everything and getting out of our 15th tangent of the day, we're going to go ahead and display some of the features in the new Metro game that came out about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Ah, yes. We should have done this earlier when we were talking about DLSS and shit and 16.
We should have, but you know what?
Fuck
God's
it.
working on all of us. Just living my best life. So give me 1 second to type in my information and get it open because for whatever reason my computer keeps signing me out of everything and it's super annoying. But like I mentioned earlier, we definitely should have done this earlier because I mentioned it. I'm actually pretty happy with the ray tracing features in this game.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like it could have been worse. Just across the board, I feel like for myself in Battlefield, where it's just mainly just the reflections in Battlefield that you're really getting the ray tracing feature on. I love the global illumination in this game. I think it provides like a lot more use out of the whole ray tracing feature on your card than what you're getting out of Battlefield. I think it would be definitely even without DLSS, I think it's the better of the two.
Do you have? Sorry, I was gonna say, I keep cutting you off. My bad. Do you got to restart the game to turn off DLSS, or is it just like any other change, like settings?
I don't think so. You don't even have to
No?
restart the game to turn off ray tracing. No.
Okay, so all right. So while you're in this, can you like switch back and forth so I can see it? Like
Yeah,
turn it on and then turn it off, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
Don't worry, third viewer and other people who give a crap. We're gonna get this full screen. I'll get this going as soon as he's got it up and giving her tits. I wonder who the third viewer is. I'm so curious because they're so quiet. I'm sorry, Alex. I can't mod you. My thing won't let me. It's not even an option.
Oop, sorry, hit the wrong button. Am I
Sweet.
back? Can you see me again?
No, you're frozen. Oh, wait. There we go. All right. So we got your desktop up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like your background, by the way. That looks
Thank
pretty
you.
legit. Third
So for
viewer, we
whatever
love
reason,
you.
when I opened this game just now, it like fucking froze all of my shit on my computer.
No.
Swear. Can you see me?
No, like we can. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, your cam's frozen and your desktop is just showing desktop.
Okay.
You
I was
just
able to close that.
you seriously just write off the fucking
Right off what?
uh you just wrote off the whole stream. We're done. We're done. Fucking quit.
What do you mean I wrote it off? Are we not still streaming?
Oh well, I'm streaming. You're just a face with a voice.
Oh, that's all you need in this world, okay? So stop asking for so much. All you need is a voice. Share your opinions. All right. Let me know if you can see my screen. You're ugly. We know. No one wants to see that shit. So let's see if we open it this time, it doesn't crash everything. Because for whatever reason, previous launch was successful. Would you like to start in safe mode? Fuck no, that's for pussies. Safe mode. You hear that, Leo? Safe mode. We don't do that shit around here. Kidding. Definitely do safe mode if you need to do safe mode. Don't let your pride ruin your shit. Yo, stop biting my hand. Everyone's gonna think you abuse me, Leo. We're going live to 3 people. Relax over here. Just to be noted, my computer runs everything on ultra settings, while Choco's computer runs everything on less than low settings. So just want that. Yeah. No, it does not. It was not even an offer. It was a hypothetical. I gave the video card to Ashley. Hey, stop being an asshole. I'm streaming live in the world, Leo. Stop biting me. Can you see the graphics on the game? It's probably because it's coming across on your thing. It looks great on mine. I've never had any kind of. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well, my GPU is at 99% right now too. But it usually gets pretty high when I run this game on max settings. Let's see. Go to video. So as you can see, I got RTX on. I usually keep ray tracing settings on high, not ultra. I never see a difference. Apparently I had DLSS on, which I did not know. So we'll go ahead and just show it to you actually now while.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm sure you can. I turned on the wrong one. My bad, people. My bad.
All right. So basically, this is what you're gonna see. Like I said, we're in a dark environment right now. This is what the game itself looks like. You can go ahead and see all the shadows in this building. This is with ray tracing and DLSS on. Again, those of you who don't know, playing Metro Exodus.
This is HDR2, right?
HDR2? What do you mean?
Like it's HDR.
Yes.
HDR.
I believe the actual resolution I'm playing in is should be 2K. I don't remember the exact pixel count of my monitor. Game options, accessibility video. How could I not see that?
1440.
2560 by 1440.
Okay, yeah.
So I believe that's 2K. Ultra, as you can see, VSync off because my monitors have G-Sync, so there's no point in me turning that shit on.
And they just wreck it.
So as you can see, kind of take a notice of the shadows that we had before. I'm going to go ahead and turn ray tracing off. The annoying thing is, though, which I don't think you can do, is whenever you turn off... oh, never mind. It's not like that in this game. I believe it's Battlefield only like that. Whenever you turn DLSS off, I thought it would turn on ray tracing, but I think it's only Battlefield that does that, which is nice. But I'm gonna turn off ray tracing and DLSS. Hit enter. It's off. I'll get out. And then this is kind of what it looks like now, which I don't know if you can
Okay.
see a visible difference.
Yeah, kinda. Like the darkness looks different.
Yeah, let's try it from this angle. It's usually better with the shadows. My game sound accessibility videos. There was a couple rooms, especially in the beginning, that I would show Ashley, where it would go from the entire room was lit up and you would turn ray tracing on, and it would just be the light pouring in from the window, and that's it. The rest of the room is dark.
Oh, so like
So
instead of
there is quite a few times where like it would turn off like the ambient lighting in the game to produce like how it should really look, where just the light's coming in from the window.
Oh.
Which was honestly it was kind of cool to see it go in like those settings. Unfortunately, I'm not saved at a spot where I don't know if I'm going to be able to like accurately show you the capabilities of the card, because to me I'm not really seeing much of a noticeable difference myself.
Yeah, you know what? That ray tracing really does make a difference.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
I'm not seeing a difference myself, but if you are, you are.
Unless I'm just forgetting what it looked like previously.
But yeah, this is kind of
Oh.
the game. My opinion of it, though, even aside from the ray tracing and everything, it's honestly a really good game.
Yeah.
As I mentioned before, never played the Metro series before. Really into it. There's one feature I hate, which is when you kind of walk into a spider web, spiders will start running across your character and on the screen, and I'm not one for spiders, so that shit not gonna live without.
Pussy.
Um, there's also like a giant fucking monster in the waters around here. Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you saw that.
No, no, I
You didn't see that fucking shit going on in the water right there? That
totally.
spooky shit, the ripples and whatnot.
Oh, the
Yeah, dude,
ripples and shit.
don't fall in the water in this game. That shit is no bueno. Oh! Shit, you fucking ass! That is
Nice.
not the monster I was referring to, but
You are getting wrecked.
oh, I missed. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, damn. So how's the health work in this?
Oh shit! Looks like you're about to find out.
Jam it, jam it.
Yo, I gotta tell you though, the graphics in this game are nuts. They're
Yeah, no,
so
they look ridiculous. This is better than Doom. I'm down with it.
Let me stop playing this shit because I will forget we're streaming and just play the fuck up.
It just keeps
Save and
going.
exit. But as you can see, the graphics really good. Ray tracing, it does a lot. I personally don't think the scene that unfortunately is in is gonna be able to showcase it the best, but I'm actually a huge fan of it in this game. For those of you who want to get the game, my recommendation is to get it. Definitely think it's better than Anthem so far.
Sorry, Alex.
Sorry, Alex. Want it to be great, just like you.
Oh shit.
But no, I'm honestly I'm a huge fan of this game. It's probably my favorite game that's come out this year besides Apex. Like for pure just story-driven game, this is probably the best game I've played since The Last of Us. For anyone who's owned a PS3 or PS4 that had it, The Last of Us was like a game that very, very much reminds me of this game, where you're kind of like looting supplies, kind of fighting monsters in like a post-apocalyptic world.
Last of Us. Isn't that side scroll one?
I don't remember who made it. It's pretty much just like you're in like a post-apocalyptic world,
Oh shit. Okay.
trying to like protect her because she has like the
Okay.
antibodies to cure the world or some shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Go put my lovely face back on.
Yeah, I guess so. You're still frozen though.
Oh, my camera's still frozen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my end or yours.
Hmm.
Oh, it just went. Turn your camera back on?
Trying.
Did you break it? Oh my god, that shit is so loud. I think you.
What would our stream be without technical difficulties? Where would we be without technical difficulties?
Truth,
Some might
truth.
say successful. I'd say bored.
Okay, let
Can you
me.
see me?
I gotta fucking change settings again.
Can you see me?
Yeah, no, I can see you.
Okay. So